Greetings and salutations, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do just a little hat collection. It's small, it's short, but why not? So the first hat I'm going to start with is my maroon LA hat, 47. Obviously, I guess, because a lot of people wear these, they don't even like the Dodgers. It's like, come on, dude. You're supporting a team. Alright. You better root for that team. So I am a Dodgers fan. Have not always been a Dodgers fan. Played softball when I was younger, then started watching baseball. And the first game I ever went to actually was a Dodgers game when I was like 3 years old. And my dad took me. And all I remember, it's crazy that I even remember anything from 3, but all I remember is eating like a chocolate malt, and it was so good. That is core memory for me. Nothing about the game, nothing about anything else. It wasn't until I became an adult that I went again on my own with my friends. And I love it. I love the game. So even if the Dodgers aren't playing, I just love baseball in general, and I enjoy watching it. I would say baseball and football are the two that I really enjoy. For football, I always do fantasy football. Like every year, I run it. So, the next hat I have is, no surprise, another Dodger hat. This one's from the Carhartt collection. I didn't even know what Carhartt was when I bought it, but I liked the color, and I knew, I didn't see a lot of people who had this hat, so I'm like, I'm gonna get that one. I actually wear my hats a lot because, you know, I don't put sunscreen on every day, so I'm trying to block the sun. But this one I really like a lot. It's got its Carhartt. I mean, it doesn't really mean anything to me. Like, I don't buy other Carhartt product, but I do like the material. I do like the material. Alright, the next one I have, again, no surprise, is my LA hat. Oh my gosh, who would have guessed? But this is the first LA hat I ever bought. This was when they won the World Series. My patch is coming off though, you see? But World Series, that was such an exciting time, but I hated that it was during COVID and nobody was actually there to celebrate. That was like, so, not that nobody was there, but you know what I'm saying. It wasn't like a full stadium or anything like that. But I just remember always going to my best friend Gladys's house, and we would always watch the games there because I did not have what are they on, Spectrum or whatever. So I was like, hey girl, I'm coming over, let's watch the game. But that's why this one's like really like flimsy, because I wore it so much. Still, this one, it's still in really good condition because I've seen other people where they've had hats for like 20 plus years. It's all stained out from the sweat, it's faded, it's falling apart, and they just hang on to it. You know, it might be is it? Another LA Dodgers hat. So please don't hate me because I like the Dodgers. I know our fans are extreme, but that's part of the reason why I love the fan base is, you know, they are ride or die. That's actually a bit extreme, actually, now that I think about it. But my point is that they're the loudest fans out there. If not the loudest, they're definitely just diehard. Super diehard. But, you know, I know they can get a little out of hand sometimes. I've seen it in person, but we won't get into that. But I really like this one because it actually is leather in the front. I don't know if you could tell, but it's not stitched. It's stitched, but stitched to leather. So this is leather right here. And I just really like the black and brown together. But enough about the Dodgers. Let's get into the other hats that have nothing to do with that. So my next hat is one that I love wearing when I'm on vacation. And that's my beer hat. So it's got a little beer here. It's really simple. Navy blue. It's got a little beer. But I got this at the Angel City Brewery when I went in Los Angeles, California. I used to go to a lot of breweries, but now that I'm a bit older, not so much. It's not that I don't like it, it's just my body can't handle alcohol the way it used to. So I definitely toned it down. But kudos to those who still have the, tolerance to keep having to go at it. See right here, it says Angel City Brewery, Los Angeles. It's actually a nice brewery. Well, it was a really nice brewery. I haven't been there in a long time, so I'm not sure how it is now, but I'm sure it's still fine. Next, I have my I Like Scary Movies hat. So this hat I got from the I Like Scary Movies pop-up, and that pop-up was so cool. So what it was basically is you go in and they had different rooms in different areas that had setups to different horror movies. So like the first one we went in was The Shining, and it had, you could like stand next to the two little twins and pose and take pictures next to them. It was super creepy just because you're like, dang, they look real. And then I think the next one was the It movie room, and it had a bunch of hanging little paper boats everywhere. It had a place where you could take a picture, like you could put on the yellow raincoat that Georgie wore, and there was a hand sticking out with a red balloon, and it was pretty cool. On top of that, they had like this whole area full of coffins and a bunch of clowns. So obviously, if your fear is of clowns, then you should bypass that one room. But I thought it was so cool. They also had like a Nightmare on Elm Street with this big, huge Freddy Krueger claw just coming at you. And they had it's slipping my mind. What's the 180s movie with the vampires? Oh, The Lost Boys. The Lost Boys, where they had this big, huge, like, takeout container. Like, I'm talking huge, like, I don't know, like 20 by 20, you know what I'm saying? Feet. And they had all these worms in it. Like from the movie, if you know the movie, then you get the reference. area that you could sit and take pictures at. Basically, it was like a place to take a bunch of cool pictures. And what else did it have? Oh, I think my favorite one was the Beetlejuice like exhibit. So they had the Beetlejuice exhibit where you could sit down. So you sat in the couch, and so only half your body was up above the couch, and then they had the legs sitting next to you, so it looked like you were cut off. Oh, that was such a cool thing. And then they also had the Maitlands, like the two main characters, with when she had they had their scary face. He had like the eyeball fingers and stuff. And then you could also do like, you could place yourself so it looked like a shark ate you, like when they were in the waiting room. They had like the guy who smoked too much and was like made of ash and skeleton, and then they had the shark thing. They had the lady with the half body. They had the guy that was messed with by the voodoo doctor with the shrunken head. But I don't know. I do like horror films and scary movies, so to me, I thought it was so much fun. And I don't know if they're still doing it. You could definitely look it up. Like, it's literally called I Like Scary Movies, and see if they're doing a pop-up. I don't know if they're still doing it because that was pre-pandemic. But if they are, I highly recommend it. I think it's so much fun. And so I got a little keepsake from it, and it's all a little tattered and stuff, but that's actually how it came, you know. It came with the little rips and little shreds and stuff like that. But yeah, enough about that. I know I babbled a long time about that. Next, I have my pizza hat. The pizza right here. So, this pizza hat, it's just from a local business around me. I don't know. I don't think they're still in business. Again, all my hats, I haven't bought anything new, so these are all old hats. But I remember seeing it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love pizza. I need that hat. So I usually wear it whenever I go eat pizza. Super basic, just a black hat. But yeah, pizza hat. Pizza with pepperonis. My favorite kind of pizza would probably be, if you have Chicago style, that nice Chicago style, with extra garlic, pepperonis, black olives, and mushrooms. And honestly, most of the time I don't get black olives because I feel like majority of people do not like black olives on their pizza or in general. I don't know, do you? Comment below if you do or don't. But for when it comes to pizza, it really doesn't matter. I can eat any type of pizza. Like, it doesn't, I used to be picky about it when I was a kid. Like, I would pick things off. But now I'm like, you want onions, bell peppers. The thing I won't get is anchovies. No anchovies, please. Just, I don't know. I can't do it. I can't. I think the best pizza I had that was like a non-traditional pizza is like a pastrami pizza, where it was like a regular pizza base, pizza sauce, cheese, and then they put the pastrami on top, pickles, and they swirled it with mustard. I know it sounds crazy, but it's so good. A pastrami pizza. It's so good. But like I said, I like all pizza. Deep dish, regular crust, thin crust, you know, however you want to. It's good. Pizza's pizza. You either like it or you don't. And if you don't, that's kind of crazy. Alright. And the last hat that I have is one. It's this Nike hat. It's not really Nike. It's a knockoff. I got this hat when I was in Thailand. They have the best markets there for shopping. They have anything you could think of. Now, is it actual name brand? No. But it's just just as good. It's honestly, you can't really tell the difference. Like, that's why this one has like that right here. But I've been to Thailand twice now, and I will say I absolutely love it. I would go back again in a heartbeat. The people there are so nice, so kind, and they're so just genuinely happy people. The street food there, so good. I'd go there just to eat street food. The beaches are beautiful, beautiful. The first time I ever went, I went for 2 weeks, and we visited different places. And I think to this day, the thing that I did there though that I love the most, and that was the most memorable, was I went to an elephant sanctuary. And so basically what an elephant sanctuary is you see people riding the elephants, right? Well, okay, in order to do that, they have to like train them, but they beat them and they just mistreat the elephants. So what this place does is it rescues those elephants, gives them a free land to go, and us as people, we just basically help them with their daily duties. So when we get there, we go and we feed the elephants with sugar cane, and we learn how to, there's like a command to tell them basically like to open, and they know it's feeding time. And it was so awesome because there was like a mom and her little baby elephant, and I just fell in love. The skin is so rough. It's very rough, but I mean, they're elephants, And then after that, we would go, and we took them to go have a mud bath. So we took them to the mud, and we went, and they rolled around, and we helped just stack mud on top of them, clean it out. It helps clean all the dust and stuff off of them. And then after that was my favorite part. We walked them to the waterfalls, and then we and the elephants got in the water together, and we washed off. And it was just amazing to see elephants just so genuinely happy and just loving it. Like, I don't know. It was just like a very, very moving experience, and I would do it again. And anybody who plans on going, I recommend you do that elephant sanctuary. And I can't remember if it's Koh Samui that we did it in. Oh no, Chiang Mai, I think. But honestly, if you want to start traveling and you're on a budget, go to Thailand. It's amazing. It's affordable. When I went, it was a while ago, but the US dollar, the exchange rate was 31 baht to $1. So food was like $3 for a meal. It was crazy. I definitely splurged. But yeah, that's where I got this hat. But that's the last of the hats. I don't have too many, like I said, and a lot of them are Dodgers, but just wanted to share some information about me. Alright.